Over the past decade, the Marvel franchise has exploded in popularity, with its slew of films, TV shows, and comics. So it only makes sense that they would expand into the video game realm too, right? In fact, the first Marvel game came out way back in 1982. It was a Spider-Man game for the Atari 2600. So, of course, throughout the years, we've had plenty of Marvel games to choose from, whether we preferred video games based on the films or original stories. There are action games, multiplayer co-ops, fighters, beat-em-ups, and so many more that it's hard to choose. Welcome to HotFix Gaming. I'm Joy. Today, we're looking at the 10 best Marvel games that are totally worth investing your time in while you wait for Spider-Man 2 to come out. Let's get started. Number 10. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1 and 2. Blending the iconic and beloved LEGO gameplay with the vast Marvel universe, these two games offer the unique opportunity to control both superheroes and villains alike, all while enjoying the humorous and engaging storyline. While the first installment has you battling Loki and a bunch of other supervillains, the second game introduces a time-traveling storyline that spans various dimensions and eras. Just like with any other LEGO game, you can expect the usual quirky and light-hearted humor, but also captures the essence of the Marvel universe. You'll have all the heroes and villains to keep you entertained with their unique abilities, while the open-world environment will allow you to fully immerse yourself in the Marvel universe, even beyond the main story. Number 9. X-Men Legends 2: Rise of Apocalypse. For many players and Marvel fans, X-Men Legends 2 represented the first contact they've ever had with Apocalypse, one of the mutants' fiercest antagonists. Released in 2005, the game combines the beloved X-Men superhero team with action role-playing elements, delivering an immersive and exciting experience. The game also has a cooperative multiplayer mode that allows players to team up with friends in order to control multiple X-Men simultaneously, and encouraging communication and strategy. As the name suggests, the story takes place after the events of Legends, as longtime X-Men villain Apocalypse appears as a common enemy that compels Magneto's Brotherhood of Mutants and Professor X's X-Men to band together. Number 8. The Punisher. Before Volition became a company synonymous with the Saints Row series, it made a name for itself with The Punisher, a game that's only loosely based on the 2004 film with the same name. And in typical Volition fashion, this game is not family-friendly. In fact, it would be considered quite violent. But it is a great and hilarious violent third-person shooter, giving you a wide range of weapons to choose from, as well as various open levels that you can explore freely. One of the game's most memorable mechanics is that it gives you the ability to interrogate your enemies with your surroundings. One famous example would be that one level takes place at a zoo where you can use a piranha pit to extract information from a guard. Sure, The Punisher might not be one of the most popular Marvel games out there, but this hidden gem is worth checking out, especially if you're a shooter fan. Number 7. Spider-Man 2. Before we had Marvel's Spider-Man from Insomniac Games, there was the movie tie-in series known as simply Spider-Man and its sequels. Spider-Man 2 is based on the 2004 film of the same name and sends players to an open-world version of New York with tons to do. Nowadays, open worlds are a dime a dozen, but in 2004, being able to explore such a large city as Spider-Man was a dream come true. In it, you got to take on missions inspired by the film, along with new scenarios designed specifically for this game. It might not hold up as well in 2023, but if not for this game, we wouldn't have some of the great open-world superhero games of today. And for that, it deserves a spot on our list. Number 6. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Years before the Avengers films and Marvel teaming up superheroes, you had Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which let you play with all your favorite superheroes and build your dream team. Marvel Ultimate Alliance and its sequel, MUA2, are remembered for their unique isometric gameplay featuring 4 characters at a time, letting you build a team and swap between favorites like Spider-Man, Wolverine, Daredevil, and Captain America on a dime. They even featured some more obscure characters like Black Panther, long before he became a household name thanks to the MCU film. Number 5. Deadpool. Blending melee hack-and-slash combat, shooting, and high-intensity action, Deadpool offered its players a ridiculously fun time. It features a fourth-wall-breaking story that's fitting for the character, with over-the-top writing that feels very much like a comic book. The visuals are really good, and the game features cameos from some of the most beloved Marvel heroes. And of course, you have Deadpool, who is his usual funny, full of personality self and does a great job at not taking himself or video games too seriously. Number 4. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Just like the Punisher, X-Men Origins Wolverine is a video game better suited for more mature audiences. While this game is based on the 2009 movie with the same name, it's actually better, offering players fast-paced action sequences similar to the Devil May Cry series. Surprisingly, the game held up pretty well, with its visuals being quite good even nowadays. Despite being based on a movie that didn't do super well, X-Men Origins Wolverine offers players one of the best video game renditions of the character. Number 3. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Combining turn-based tactical RPG mechanics with deck building, Midnight Suns plays a lot like XCOM, but with a fun Marvel twist. Your moves and abilities are all tied to different cards and can be used by famous characters such as Spider-Man, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and a slew of other fan favorites. In between battles, players are encouraged to spend time with other characters in-game to develop friendships, similar to the Persona series, which impacts the gameplay. Sure, this downtime in between missions might be too slow for some players, but if you're into learning more about your iconic teammates and how they feel, Midnight Suns can be so much more than just another turn-based RPG. Number 2. Marvel's Spider-Man and Miles Morales. Spider-Man is one of the few superhero characters who had several solid games even before Insomniac came along. But the 2018 game for the PS4 was his breathtaking Arkham-style reinvention. This game set the new standard for the wall crawler in gaming, putting the hero in a stunning and vibrant take on New York that rewards exploration. Along with a great new combat system, web-swinging mechanics, and a resonating story, Spider-Man really is a must-play for any Marvel fan out there. Miles Morales, on the other hand, might be seen as a filler between its predecessor and the upcoming Spider-Man 2, but it has demonstrated that it can stand on its own and still be good. Spider-Man Miles Morales succeeds in delivering a tight, concise experience to tide fans over, all the while telling a worthwhile and emotional coming-of-age tale. The core of what made the first game so fun is still here, in addition to some gameplay additions to make Miles stand on his own. And before we get to our final Marvel game that's worth your time, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified each time we post a new video. Now, onto our last game. Of course, it's Marvel's Avengers. Wait, hold it right there, keyboard warriors. We were just joking. The real number 1 spot is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Before its launch, expectations for this game were pretty low. That's mostly due to Square Enix's Marvel's Avengers, the same game you probably just booed at. Surprisingly, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was excellent, offering a bombastic soundtrack full of hits from the 70s and 80s, a well-written story that mirrors the comics, and an overall vibe that feels authentic to the source material. Interestingly, you don't actually play as all the Guardians in this game, at least not directly. Instead, you control Star-Lord, but are also able to issue commands to the rest of the team. The action-packed combat is fun enough on its own, but it really starts to shine when you begin mixing in moves from the other Guardians, including Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and Drax the Destroyer. This is an experience that works far better than you'd expect, in more ways than one, and was one of the most underrated games of 2021. Which Marvel game are you playing before Marvel's Spider-Man 2? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in our next video.